Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Join me, let's transform this client to this. If you're new here, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and please watch the video to the end to see how we transform this beautiful model. So to begin, always start by cleaning the face using a micellar water because it cleans the face and hydrates the face, right? Don't just use the wipe. Use a wipe and the micellar water because it cleans the face very well to remove every hidden dirt and also hydrate the face. So after cleaning the face thoroughly, I'm going to dry it or press. Then I go in with my moisturizer, which is a Moist Essence moisturizer. So I just apply it all over her face, especially the under eye. Then I use my hand to press the product into her skin. After that, there's a fan sitting directly in front of her. Just turn on the fan for it to set and dry up. Then I go in with my V Beauty mattifying primer. So I just apply around the area which produces oil. Then I use my flat brush to just press that into her skin. So to finalize the face prep, I just lock everything in using my Kiss Beauty Fix Spray. It's a 3-in-1 fix spray. It hydrates the skin, right? Yeah. Moving on to foundation, I'm using my V Beauty foundation in the shade Butterscotch and my Adventure foundation in the shade Suntan. So I just applied, I just mix the two shades to get her required skin tone, right? So as you can see, her face is looking darker than her neck. So I'll just try to match it up, match the face up with the rest of the body. So after applying it, I use my soft and damp beauty sponge from CPD to blend everything in, making sure everything is in place and there is no harsh line. To contour her face, I'm using my V Beauty foundation in the shade Melanie. Yeah, I'm using the shade Melanie to contour her face. So I'm contouring the under of the cheekbone, the temple. So after that, I use the same side of a beauty sponge which I use in blending my foundation, right? I just blend everything all over. So when contouring the face, we are using a foundation or a concealer which is 2 shades darker than our skin, right? 2 shades darker. That's what we use to contour the face. So we're contouring the under of the cheekbone, underneath the cheekbone, the temple, and the side of the nose. But I usually leave the side of the nose and contour at the end because I always like to highlight the nose first before contouring. So for blush, I'm going in with this shade from my gel, my 3D blush palette. Yeah, so I just apply around the apple of the cheek and I blend moving towards the temple. So throughout blending the foundation, the blush, I'm using the same side of my beauty sponge. So for concealer, I'm using the Spotless concealer. It is 1 shade lighter than her skin. So I just apply around all the area which I want to be highlighted. That's the under eye, the bridge of the nose, the forehead, and the chin. And I use the clean section of my beauty sponge to blend in everything. So after blending, I just use the excess concealer on my beauty sponge to just blend, moving from the chin towards the mandible, right? So I just blend around that area. I'm using the excess on the beauty sponge. I'm not taking any concealer again to blend around the mandible, then move downward. Then to contour her nose now, I use my foundation, which is 1 shade darker. I'm not using, when it comes to nose contour, we don't use the same foundation. We don't use the same shade like we use in contouring. and it's the one which we use in contouring the under of the cheekbone, and the temple should be 2 shades darker, and that of the nose should be 1 shade darker, because you don't want the nose to be looking too dark or too black, right? So I'll just use the side of my beauty sponge to blend. Then I use another clean section again to blend again around the under eye. Then after that, I use my Kiss Beauty Fix Spray to set everything. Then I use my fan to dry it up. So to set the face, I'm using my Miracle setting powder in the shade Cinnamon. So I just set all the highlighted area. So I'm still using the same beauty sponge which I use in blending my concealer. So we set the under eye, the bridge of the nose, and the forehead. So to set the rest of her face, I'm using my powder from my Beauty powder palette, which is equivalent to her skin tone. I just set all the blank spaces, including the area with contour and the blush area. So I'm using my big fluffy brush to do so. So guys, hope you're enjoying the video. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so. So I'll just leave a background music to play throughout the video.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling, I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling, I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all growing life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.